Ferrari has introduced a groundbreaking new concept for their car, and it seems like they are gearing up to make a serious impact on the grid. However, they are not the only team taking bold steps to maximize their performance for the 2025 season. With one of the strongest driver lineups and a 7-time world champion eager to prove himself outside of Mercedes at 40, Ferrari's new approach could be a game changer. But is it truly the right direction this time? When it comes to Ferrari, skepticism always lingers. The team has a history of announcing major upgrades that promise to transform the car's performance, only to fall short. However, recent trends suggest a different trajectory. Ferrari has demonstrated significant progress in upgrading their car throughout the season, and for 2025, they are making a daring leap with a fresh concept aimed at securing at least one of the 2 championships. According to reports, Ferrari's latest modifications were driven by the limitations of the SF-25. One of the standout innovations on the new car is the adoption of a pull rod front suspension, a direction previously embraced by McLaren and Red Bull. While this decision wasn't solely influenced by Leclerc, one of Ferrari's most prominent technical figures in recent years, his input played a crucial role in shaping the 2025 Challenger. Discussing the changes, Leclerc explained, "These cars are so optimized that when you adjust one aspect, you have to reconsider everything else. We ended the 2024 season on a strong note, but finding additional performance in the SF-25 was becoming increasingly difficult. This highlights the significance of Ferrari's latest overhaul. Compared to its predecessor, the SF-25 introduces considerable improvements, as emphasized by Sarah. Ferrari's chassis technical director remains confident that the evolution of their car is evident. Simulated data suggests promising results as the team prepares for the upcoming season." Sarah elaborated, "The SF-25 is an evolution of last year's car, which already showcased strong potential. We have worked extensively, revamping 99% of the vehicle and refining its architecture to optimize performance. The front pull rod suspension is just one of many significant alterations we have implemented. With an intensely competitive season ahead, every millisecond will count. Ferrari is focused on making incremental but crucial gains that could define their championship pursuit. While they are excited to get the car on track, reaching the SF-25's performance ceiling is not a new challenge in this regulatory era. However, it is the first time Ferrari has encountered this issue. This scenario is somewhat reminiscent of Red Bull's predicament heading into 2024. The team believed they had extracted the maximum potential from the RB19, prompting a major design shift for the RB20. However, they were caught off guard by unforeseen limitations. Ferrari has taken note of these challenges, meticulously studying their rivals' development patterns to avoid similar pitfalls with the SF-25. The pull rod suspension complements the SF-25's redesigned side pod positioning, enhancing airflow around the car and improving the efficiency of the Venturi channels. This opens up new aerodynamic opportunities, with the primary objective being a continuous performance ceiling improvement throughout the season, avoiding situations where simulator results fail to translate into real-world track performance. While further developments will be introduced as the season progresses, the foundation laid with the SF-25 will dictate much of its potential. The modifications go beyond just the front suspension. Ferrari has also extended the wheelbase and adjusted weight distribution towards the rear, which is expected to yield aerodynamic benefits. The only carryover from the SF-24 is the P-shaped side pod inlets. Additionally, the engine cover will be reworked to align with Ferrari's new design philosophy. Despite these bold changes, Ferrari remains cautious. They are steering clear of the extreme concepts seen in Red Bull's 2024 design, which was initially hailed as revolutionary but ultimately fell short. Still, the pull rod suspension remains the focal point of Ferrari's discussions. Sarah has described it as the best possible aerodynamic decision for the SF-25, emphasizing that while the car may bear a resemblance to its predecessor, the internal refinements could be the key to Ferrari's championship aspirations. With a clear understanding of their car's concept, Ferrari is already gearing up for its first batch of upgrades. Team principal Fred Vasseur highlighted the importance of early season performance, stating, "The first races and our initial updates will be crucial. The core modifications in our design, particularly the vehicle dynamics, will shape our development path. The primary challenge lies in adapting to the mechanical changes introduced with the new concept. Setting up the car will be more complex, but Sarah remains optimistic, assuring that the SF-25 will not require an entirely new approach compared to its predecessor. Yes, we have altered many components, but we anticipate maintaining stability in certain areas while improving others. I don't foresee a steeper learning curve than last year, he explained. Charles Leclerc is convinced that Ferrari can contend for at least one championship in 2025. Discussing his outlook, the Monegasque driver stated, "We'll see on track if this is our best car yet. It is definitely a step forward from the 2024 model. The Constructors Championship is a realistic goal, given that we finished second last year, very close to McLaren. But my ultimate dream remains winning the driver's title, and I hope to achieve that in 2025. Leclerc also touched on his partnership with Lewis Hamilton, saying, "We have a great relationship. I can learn a lot from his work ethic and driving style. Let's hope this year belongs to Ferrari." So far, in Fiorano, we haven't encountered any negative surprises. The car feels as expected, and I would be disappointed if we don't win at least one of the two championships. The SF-25 was recently put to the test, with both Hamilton and Leclerc pushing its limits during a 100-kilometer session at Ferrari's private track in Fiorano. However, the results may not have been what Hamilton's fans had hoped for. While these early tests are not always indicative of true performance, being 0.8 seconds slower than his teammate is not an ideal start. This isn't the first time Hamilton has been outpaced by Leclerc in early testing. During preseason sessions in Barcelona, reports suggested he was nearly 2 seconds slower when evaluating the SF-23 and SF-24 on Pirelli test tires. Hamilton himself acknowledged that he is still in the process of adapting to the new car and cautioned against expecting immediate miracles. He admitted, "I'm not yet at the level I want to be, and I'm fully aware of that. Everything feels different, and I have a lot to work on." There is no doubt that Hamilton will eventually find his rhythm, but it may take longer than anticipated. However, if Ferrari emerges as a title contender from the very first race, it could be Leclerc leading the charge. If his advantage becomes too significant, Hamilton may even have to adhere to team orders. With all this in mind, do you believe Ferrari can finally clinch the title in 2025? And more importantly, which driver will extract the most from the new car concept? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Also, if you're curious about the latest updates regarding Yuki Tsunoda's future with Red Bull, be sure to check out the video that's appearing on your screen now.